Alright guys, let's do a message for Sagittarius or Sagittarius cross-watcher. Take it as it resonates. This is my second video for you guys. Yesterday I wrote a video for you, but sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes I get a message and something says it's not time to post that one. So we're going to do a different one today. What do we have for Sagittarius or Sagittarius cross-watcher? We got a card trying to come out. You! I was meant to do it. Temperance. This was meant to be. Sagittarius. You got birds talking loud for you outside. Bottom of the deck, Prince of Cups. I love that. Okay. All right, starting us off, current situation is justice. This is an image of a woman looking up, holding the scales, holding a sword. She's on a very firm throne. She's open to what's right, true, fair, just, honorable. In the background, there's like these Egyptian markings and imagery on this like door. And there's this light shining through the top of her head. Why is justice here? To me, this looks like, now this could be a male too. I don't know if I said that. I'm just seeing a woman in the image, but this looks like someone here who believes, I'm not sure it's believes, but maybe, as if something is I'll say this before because I'll come back to that. Like I'm getting something, but I want to get the rest of the message and then see if that kind of ties in. Someone's in a tough spot right now. They're in a tough spot. At least. It seems that way. And in this tough spot, it's causing this person to see things in a whole new way. It's interesting because this little cluster of cards, one has their eyes covered, one has their eyes open straight forward, one has their eyes looking up, and the other has their eyes kind of down, you know, with their hand on their head. Kind of reminds me of a general message I just did where I'm like, this isn't easy. No. And if we go to the recent past, we have the Five of Cups. It's not easy. I almost feel like this has to do with somebody, you know, being challenged by doing what's right because another or others want them to do this, or doing what's right for them. That's what it feels like to me. You know? Because this arm is coming out of the water, which I've been seeing today. It's really stood out to me a lot. Usually you see the arm coming out of the clouds in the Ace of Swords, or, you know, out of water in the Ace of Cups, or holding onto a wand in the Ace of Wands. This hand is facing the person. It's like, here, take it, but take what? It's like, it might do something for you, but what would it do? This isn't really doing anything for me. But someone's been kind of avoiding that truth. Maybe avoiding telling that truth, saying it, just admitting it. Though they're probably going to, if they haven't yet. But it's almost like what's been heaviest on a person, at least in this message, is what others want from me, or what one individual wants from me or thinks is right, or whatever is offering or is presenting. It's just not what's right for me. And I know that now after having a period of time to think about it. I know that something isn't right for me, or someone, or something like that. I know what I need to do, but I feel like I can't, or I feel kind of trapped in some way because people are, or a person is wanting me, or people are wanting me, or a person would miss me, or what about maybe even children or something, you know? Someone's in a tight spot. They're in a tough position. This is probably even, more difficult because they're doing something on their own, or they want to, or they need to. It's just difficult. It's probably been financially difficult on someone. You know, this could even be a situation, I mean, I think it could be a lot of ways, but it could be a situation where someone may be staying in a situation because they feel like they can't leave due to money, because it's hard on someone to do it alone. Or that they may feel like they need to return to something because that's the only way they can make it. That's the only way they can survive. Or that something like that. But they don't really want to, and it's not their truth. It's not their truth anymore, and they know it. It's like you're wanting water. Here's the water. The water's, I have the water. See the hand coming out? I have the water, but this guy's like, that's not the water I want to drink. That water, if you look at all the other cards, which I got in other messages, especially in the general, the water's very blue and very clear and has fish in it. This water is like in mud, and it looks a little muggy. And also, even the flowers that this hand is offering, they're dead. So this person knows, and they've probably been knowing the truth of their situation or the truth of something here. But it's difficult for them because it's, you know, you know it's hard out here for a pimp. That's what I want to say. The world. Yeah. I feel like I'm stuck. Or I feel like I have to go back and be stuck again, or I feel like I'm going to have to settle, or I feel like I'm going to have to do this because, or I'm going to have to keep doing this, or I'm going to, something like that, or I'm going to have to return because it's very difficult. But someone here has whoever this is, has so much support on their side from the universe, from God, from the divine, from their angels, from their ancestors, from their higher self. I mean, they really do. Whoever they believe in, they really, really, really do. And they know the truth. Whoever this is knows the truth. They know. They know. Something's been very emotionally unfulfilling, financially unfulfilling, spiritually unfulfilling. Just unfulfilling. It's not really fulfilling. Whether that's a relationship, a career path, a certain path, you know, it's been unfulfilling. And somebody here is very creative. They have a lot of talent. They have a lot of charisma and energy, and they can really come up with anything. Plus, they're freaking smart. This person's very wise. They're even wiser than, I'm hearing they're even wiser than they appear or than they look. But they struggle with themselves. They struggle with what to do or what to choose. And I want to say for good reason. Like, I could see why. I could see why. It's almost like, because I don't see any cards of choice here. I almost feel like they think they have no choice. Or they feel like they don't have much choice, something like that. Part of them, you know, may even have a side of them that like wants to still ... whether it's still stay at a place, stay with a person, stay with people, stay somewhere, or return. And then part of them is like, no, I don't. They know their inner truth. Whoever this is, they know their inner truth, and they know they can do something on their own, or they know that they can go their own way, or they can go a different way. They know they can, but then they're also like, or maybe they've already tried it and it's been very difficult, and then they had to return, or they're afraid they're going to have to. Something like that. This could be someone who's been staying put because they feel like they have no choice. This could also be that, you know, I'm staying put because, yeah, I feel like I have no choice, but I really want out of it. This person is being presented with several different options, but they don't want to fuck themselves. They don't want to get trapped, you know, or maybe something like that. They don't want to get trapped, or maybe someone already feels like they are, and they don't want to fuck themselves even more. It's like, I don't want to go from one trap into another, you know? So this I'm going to leave this part right here, but I'll say a little bit more before I go. This looks like someone, unless this is someone who's currently in a situation, whatever that looks like, where they're not really going back and forth on something. They know what they're about to do, but they may be confused or worried about, should I sort of leave or should I all the way go? You see what I'm saying? Like, imagine move out. Like, let's say you live with somebody and you move out from someone. Do you take all your things, or do you just leave a little bit there, you know, so that it's not like a knockdown, drag out fight, so that maybe the person would be less, maybe it would be a lot calmer if they are thinking that you're going to return, you know, than if you take everything. It's funny because I just watched a movie called Sleeping with the Enemy. Never seen that movie before. So I think that's what it was called. It had Julia Roberts in it. It was okay. But yeah, she had packed a bag and planned to leave, but she didn't obviously get to take everything. She could only take what she could. Now, I don't know what this is, but, you know, it could be where someone's planning to leave. It could be where someone knows that they need to leave something. Something. Doesn't have to be a person. Walk away. But they're afraid. Or they feel like they can't. Or there's only so much they can do. But they do have... I don't know. I think someone does have... I think they have the opportunity to choose their fate. They have the opportunity to choose. They do. Doesn't mean it's easy. But all right. We'll leave this part here, and then we'll pick up in a minute. Thank you guys for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.